Hi everyone. I'm glad I got to come to class today, which would have been yesterday when you're watching this. I'm so sorry I have another sick child. So everyone's just sick here, so I need to stay home to take care of them. So I'm sorry I'm missing so much, and I know that's not good for my students as well. So I thought I would make this, and I'm going to give you guys time to work as well. So, welcome. This is your first lesson in Excel. We're going to do some supplement assignments. Now, I worked with you a little bit today on um, the main stuff I wanted to get across from Excel Unit 2, but this is something that we always do. So, honestly, once you get through this practice file, you are going to have an assignment with a partner or by yourself if you'd like, and you should work through it very quickly. I'll explain it when we get there. We usually do this as a class, like I said, so we take half the time just creating this little doc right here, but I want you guys to have more time to work, so go ahead and just download this. Let's all save right now as, go ahead and save to your desktop, and we're going to save it as lesson 1. We don't need to say Excel or anything because it's already an Excel doc. We'll have like 4, maybe 5 lessons, but I think 4. So a couple things that we're going to do here has to do with sorting and filtering, and we're going to do them. I'm going to have you show me on the assignment all on equal sheet tabs, which we haven't really done yet. So the first thing that I want you to do is style your row 1 and 1, 2, which is A1 through F2. Give it whatever kind of shading that you would like and change the formatting however you want. I'm going to change that bottom border. I showed you yesterday in the more borders. Let's do it this way. Line color. Change it to a different color, and the crazy thing here is you actually have to draw it on there. There we go. Hit escape when you're done with that. So like I stated yesterday, all you need to do is be clicked in the top left cell to create that table. So we are going to insert a table, make sure the highlighted dancing marks, I guess, are over the entire table before you hit OK. And I'm just going to go ahead and edit my table to kind of match, but there is no matching. So I'm going to do that. Now that this is complete, I'm going to double click between my C and D headings. If you didn't see that, when you want rows to cells to automatically adjust, you go between the column headings and double click. I want to see everything here. I need to go between B and C as well. Okay, so we are going to make a couple copies of our sheet. So the first thing I need to do is right click my sheet 1 and rename it. And this is going to be top 15. So this is the top 15 songs of all time according to the Billboard Hot 100. So now that I have my sheet tab named, I'm going to make a copy first. So this is always going to be the original data right here. So I'm going to control click my sheet tab, move or copy, and make sure the top 15 is the one that's always selected, and put a check mark and create a copy. So your copy is always going to, by default, show up on the left side. So the one with the 2 behind it is always our copy. We're always going to rename that. So of course they're going to look identical. Control click the copy and rename. Let's rename this sort 1. And you can enter. And I like to have everything in order, so the top 15 is always going to be moved to the left. So let's click on this sheet tab, and I can physically drag it to the right and release it. So I am now, you can tell, on this sort 1. Let's go ahead and just do an easy sort, and we can do, let's do weeks. And let's sort. Remember, filter's the bottom half. Let's sort. Let's do the most. So we're going to go descending. All right, pretty simple. We're sorting descending here. Let's go back to top 15. Control click. Move or copy. Make sure it says top 15. Create a copy. Okay. Here it is, and I'm going to right click and rename, and I'm going to type custom sort and enter. Let's drag our custom sort all the way to the right. And now again, remember, it looks like the original. A sort within a sort. Remember, you have to be clicked anywhere in the table, so I'm just going to go ahead and click there. You're on your data tab. Sort. The first sort I am going to do, I want to stress this, it has to have the same record, the same exact record. Otherwise, a custom sort is completely pointless. So none of these are the same. I would not do my original or my first sort by song. Artist, none of them are the same. So the only ones I can choose from originally are these last three because I have a couple of the same years, peaks, and weeks. So let's go first with year. I think that'd be good to sort first by year. And let's go oldest to newest. So we're going to stick with smallest to large. Then by, within that custom sort, so like within 1981, what do I want? Let's go weeks. So basically, what's the best each year? Largest to smallest. So within that year, and we have a couple that are the same, what were the longest weeks that these songs were number one? There we go, hit OK. So now we can see 1981, we have 1, 2, 3 songs, and weeks, they're in descending order, which I want. 1996, we have 2 songs, and they're in descending order, which I want. So there's our custom sort. Let's go back to top 15 and move our copy. So remember, we always right click, create a copy. And let's right click and rename this filter. And let's go ahead and drag the filter over. And on our filter, let's go ahead and go to, let's not do this one, but let's just look. I was talking about this yesterday. For example, we have so many check marks. Instead of individually checking everything, in a case like this, I'd just say choose one, and I'd maybe say something like, you know, let's see everything greater than 2000. You don't have to do this, I'm just showing you. And then it'd show everything greater than 2000. Okay? I'm going to get rid of that, and let's go ahead and, oops, I didn't. I thought that was going to get rid of it. Oh, clear filter. Let's go ahead and do weeks. Okay? Let's say if they aren't above 10 weeks, then we don't want to see them. So go ahead and choose one. Let's do greater than or equal to. So at 10 weeks or more, you can X out of it. I want that viewed. And there's my filter. Alignment, I don't think we know. I just want formatting wise, I want you guys to make sure you're always, for the most part, I'd say for heading rows, you always center align. So go back to the home row and center align that. This is already kind of done for you. So let's Command Save and be done. Again, I just wanted to go over sort and filter again. The next thing you'll do is get with a partner and download, or I think I have these printed copies actually on my desk. So either way, view this with a partner. Come up with a topic of your choice. So favorite anything, fastest this, most of this, I don't care. It doesn't matter. Here's what you need to know. Within that, the Excel table needs to have at least 4 categories, so 4 columns. So if you think about it, in that one, it was just the rank, the song number, the artist, the weeks that it was number 1, the peak week, the year it was out, so that was a lot. One of the fields, so one of the headings, one of the columns must have text like the artist of the song or the song name. And then at least one has to have numbers, like the year or the week. So is at number one, for example, on our lesson. So it has to have a mixture of both. The others are up to you then, whatever falls. Once you come up with the topics and then the two required fields, I'm not there to okay them, but hopefully that works well enough for you, and you're just going to be doing some searching on the internet. You have to come up with the top, I said 15 records. You can go ahead and just keep it at 10. So just give me 10 records of something. Come up with a fun topic that you and your partner are interested in. Um, sometimes sports people always do like statistics of whatever sport that they're in, whether it's professional or college or whatnot. Some scientific people always do cool things to look up. Chemistry wise or scientifically. Some people who are into cars are always like the top 10 fastest cars, or people are into like the best movies of 2019 and whatnot. Just some information that gives statistics in text and numbers as well, to fill out at least 10 records. So you're going to be doing some stuff that I have required in the past, and then this is why we just did this mini lesson, because you're going to be creating a couple copies and then moving, just like we did, moving those copies over to the right and then renaming them, so you always have your default original on the left. So make sure you do everything correctly. Ask neighbors, ask classmates if you have any questions, but hopefully this should be um, good enough information for you to move along. And just save your work, and if you would upload that Excel file, your lesson one, I had you name that as lesson one. I would like you to name this new doc, if you would, lesson 1B. Okay, lesson 1B. So both of those will be uploaded to Classroom today. And when you are complete, please, please do not waste your time. I know even if you're done with Excel, there's students who aren't done with other work. Finish that stuff, and you can work on your Genius Hour project if you have that extra time. Hopefully you guys will have around, 45 minutes or so, depending on how quickly you work through this stuff to finish. And cross your fingers for me that I will be back to work on Friday. Good luck. Since it's just a sick child, I will have my computer close by. So please send me an email if you have any questions. Thanks.